Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have used this top that is made from an eyelet fabric on the front and a plain cotton fabric on the back to create a halter neck top. I really liked the eyelet fabric and thought it would make a really nice top for the summer, so that's exactly what I did, so let's get into it. The first thing I did was remove the darts from the top. This would give me a bit more fabric to work with. I used a seam ripper to remove the stitches that were holding the darts in place, but you could always use scissors instead. If your top doesn't have darts, you can skip this. Next, I cut along the side seams so I had two separate pieces of fabric. I'll be cutting the pieces of fabric for the band of the top first. First, I measured how long I wanted this to be, with the top of the band sitting where the bottom of my bra sits. This measurement was 4 inches, but I added half an inch for seam allowance, so I had 4.5 inches. I'm working on the front of the original top first. From the bottom edge, I measured and marked 4.5 inches. I used the original hem of the top. I then connected these points with a straight line and cut along the line I had just drawn. I then repeated this for the back piece. This is how they looked. I then put these pieces aside and I'll be working on these later. Next, I worked on the front pieces of the top. For this, I needed to take some measurements. The first measurement was from where the top of the band will sit to my shoulders, as this is a halter neck top. This measurement was 14 inches, but I added an inch for seam allowance, so I had 15 inches. The second measurement was how wide I wanted each piece to be at the bottom. My measurement was 7 inches, but I wanted these pieces to have a slight gathered look to them, so I added an inch for seam allowance and an inch for gathering, so my new measurement was 9 inches. The last measurement was how wide I wanted each piece to be at the top. My measurement was 3 inches, but I added an inch for seam allowance, so I now had 4 inches. I could now mark out my pieces for the top half, starting on the back piece of the original top first to make the lining layer. From the bottom edge of my fabric, I measured and marked 15 inches up on both sides. From these points, I measured 4 inches across. Next, from the midpoint of these lines, I marked the midpoint along the bottom edge. I then measured my 9 inches across from the bottom edge, making sure the midpoint of this, 4.5 inches, lined up with the midpoint I had marked. I then connected the ends of the top lines with the marks I had made on the bottom edge to give me two pieces that look like this. I then cut these out. These are my pieces with my measurements as a reference for you. I repeated this on what was the front piece of the original top for my outer layer. This is what I had so far. I now needed to attach the lining and outer pieces together. Taking one lining piece, I placed this with the right side of the fabric facing up. Then, taking an outer piece, I placed this onto my lining piece with the right side of the fabric facing down. The right sides should now be facing each other. I then pinned these two pieces together along the sides and top edge, leaving the bottom edge open. This is how it looked. I repeated this for the other two pieces. I then sewed where I'd pinned using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. This is how they looked once they were sewn. Next, I cut off the excess fabric from these pieces. I used pinking shears to do this, but normal scissors will be fine. Once I'd done that, I turned these pieces inside out so they would now be the right way round, making sure to push the top corners out. This is how they looked. I then top stitched around the edges of these pieces using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. This would give these pieces a neater and more finished look, but isn't necessary. This is what I had so far. I could now gather these pieces of fabric. I measured how wide these pieces were. They were 8 inches. From my previous measurements, I needed these pieces to be 7 inches. To gather the fabric, I sewed a basting stitch a 1/4 inch away from the bottom edge. These are long stitches that are used to temporarily hold fabric together. When sewing, I made sure I didn't backstitch at the beginning or end. Once sewn, I had these 2 long threads on each end of my fabric. When I pulled on the back thread, it began to gather the fabric. I did this until the fabric was 7 inches wide. I then tied the threads on each end to hold the gathering in place. This is how they looked. Next, I needed to make the halter neck part. Taking one piece, I turned this over so the wrong side of the fabric was facing up. I folded the top edge over 1 inch and pinned this in place. I then repeated this on the second piece, and once I'd done that, I sewed where I'd pinned, using a 3/4 inch seam allowance, so I had a big enough gap to feed the tie through, which I'm making next. This is how it looked. On to making the tie. Using what I had left of my fabric, I cut out 2 pieces, one that was 14 inches long and 1.5 inches wide, and the other 7 inches long and 1.5 inches wide. I then placed these 2 pieces right sides together and pinned them together along one of the short edges. I then sewed where I'd pinned using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. This would give me a 20-inch tie once they were sewn together. Once sewn, I cut off the excess fabric so the tie would be less bulky once it was finished. Next, I folded this in half, right sides together, and pinned along the long open edge. I then sewed this in place using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is how it looked once it was sewn. Then I needed to turn this inside out so it would be the right way out. I used a safety pin to help me do this. This is how it looked. I then moved on to making the band. First, I measured around my body where I wanted the band to sit. This measurement was 34 inches. As the front and back pieces of my band were separate, I needed to do some calculations. I took the 34 inches and divided this by 2 as I had 2 pieces. This gave me 17 inches. This meant that each of my pieces needed to be 17 inches long. At the moment, they were 20. I then took the 20 inches and subtracted the 17 from this, giving me 3 inches. Then, I divided 3 by 2 as I wanted to take an even amount of fabric off of both ends. This gave me 1.5 inches. Taking my 2 pieces, I placed them right sides together and made sure they were laying flat. Then, on each side, I measured 1.5 inches in from the edge and marked this. I then connected these points with a straight line, so I had something that looked like this. I added a couple of pins on each side of each line to hold the fabric in place, and once I'd done that, I sewed down the lines I had just drawn. This is how it looked once it was sewn. I then cut off the excess fabric on each side. I could now attach my front pieces to the band. First, I turned the band inside out so it was now the right way round and laid this out flat. Next, I folded it in half to find the midpoint and marked this with a pin. This would allow me to attach the front pieces evenly. Once I'd unfolded this, you can see the pin has marked the midpoint. Taking one of my front pieces, I placed this onto my band with the right sides together, making sure the corner touched the midpoint and the bottom edge of the front piece lined up with the top edge of the band. I then pinned this in place, making sure I was only pinning through the top layer of the band. I repeated this with the second piece, and once they were pinned in place, I removed the pin that was marking the midpoint, then sewed where I'd pinned, using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. This is how it looked once it was sewn. I then needed to hem the top edge of the band. With the wrong side of the fabric facing up, I folded the edge over 1/2 inch and pinned this in place. I did this all the way along the top of the band. I then sewed this in place using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is how it looked. The final thing I needed to do was feed the tie through the halter neck. I attached a safety pin to one end of the tie and fed this through both front pieces. I then tied the ends of this together. The top was now complete, and this is how it looked. I really liked how the finished top looked, and it's perfect for those warmer summer months. It's really comfortable, and I think the Eyelet fabric was a great choice for this top. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.